What a super sporting Sunday it has already been. And here in Sheffield, we're halfway through snooker's greatest marathon. Now, tonight sees the resumption of Judd Trump and Sean Murphy. So where shall we start? How about taking it back to the very beginning?
I think it was probably the best I've ever played in the first round. So I think every player's kind of weary. You don't want to kind of peak too early, but very, very kind of happy with my all-round game in that game.
I want to become world champion.
Well, simple enough, isn't it?
When you can kind of really turn it on like I have done a few times this season, then you can have a great chance.
There'll be tougher battles ahead, but boy, has he shown some form in this match.
Lots of talk this year about it being the 20th anniversary since I won the championship. I'm going to let everyone else do the talking. Do you know, I just take it one ball, one match at a time, one frame at a time.
You have to be a special person to be the best in the world at something that you chose in sport or anything.
I've prepared really well for this tournament. I think I showed that in the first round, and if I can play like that, I could be dangerous.
From what I've seen in his first game, he was scoring very, very heavily, so I know I have to be at my best to beat him. I think recently I played really well against him, so obviously there's some good memories to go into the game with, but I think the World Championship's completely different.
I mean, it doesn't get any bigger than the world #1 at the Crucible, does it? You know, that's about as difficult as it gets in our sport. Judd's been a fabulous champion over the years, you know, a winner here as well, won everything there is in the game. Very hard to get any better than Judd, but we always put on a good show. We always have high standard matches, and I'm sure this will be just the same.
Incredible footage and photos of both players and what careers they've both gone on to have. Welcome along, pleasure to have your company. I'm joined by a man who's had a wonderful career as well, just the 7 times world champion, Stephen Hendry. Look, both have won this title once before. Just how much would they like to do it all over again?
Of course you do, especially Judd Trump. He's a world #1. He's been the best player in the world probably for the last 3 or 4 years. So he wants to cement that reputation, I think, by winning this thing at least another 2 or 3 times, I would say. A bit unlucky, both of them, to sort of draw each other so early in the tournament. Yeah, I mean, this could easily be a final.
Yes, it could be. Well, we'll come to it just shortly, but let's bring you up to date with the current state of play and what a day it has been here in Sheffield. Well, I can show you that Lei Pei-Fan and Zhao Xingtong went head-to-head. Xingtong, he is a Chinese sensation. Although he's been out of the game for so long, he took a 13-10 win into the next round. Ronnie O'Sullivan and Luca Brusel lived up to their names. They have fired into a 12-4 lead, respectively. Those matches resume tomorrow night, so we could be in for a really long night or a very short one. And then Si Jiahui and Ben Williston, they go head-to-head tonight. That's over on the red button and the iPlayer for you, and our focus will be on Judd Trump against Sean Murphy. So, if you missed any of the action between the two, here's a recap of the opening 8 frames.
2 of the form players of the season. What a classic this could turn out to be.
He's played it absolutely perfectly. Great shot.
Oh, that's going to hurt if Sean can capitalise on that.
This blue has gone close. It's in, is it? Is it in? It is. He leads 2-0.
That'll give him a little confidence boost.
Good shot. It's all square, 2-all. Look at that for a shot. Look at that.
A fabulous century break from the magician. Very good.
We're all square once again. 3-piece.
And he has made it. It's 4 frames to 3.
Oh, look at that for a shot. Exactly 100.
Get in. Can you believe it? Judd Trump, he'll be delighted. He takes the session by 5 frames to 3.
So Judd Trump has that 2-frame advantage as we head into the second session. So, Stephen, we've seen these 2 players go head-to-head many times in their careers and at Triple Crown events, but what are you expecting to see tonight?
The second session is always like moving day, you know, the Saturday of a major golf championship. You want to try and get in a position to get a lead going into the third and final session tomorrow. So the second session is always a pivotal session in these matches, especially when you've got two players as well matched as these.
And would you prepare any differently for this second session, knowing just how important it is?
I think your mindset's a little bit different. You've had the first session, so you've kind of seen how your opponent's playing kind of thing, but it's almost like a whole new match. You're trying to win each session that you play. But as I say, both players will know how important this one is to try and get a lead going into tomorrow.
And of course, Judd Trump has registered 98 centuries this season already. He needs 2 more to reach 100 centuries and £100,000. Is that on his mind?
I don't think it's on in terms of coming out and doing what he needs to do this session to get that lead. But obviously, it's going to be interesting to see if he gets the frames on 50, 60 points, if he's got a little tricky shot to keep a break going rather than make sure you win the frame. Because I think the frame's a priority, but he's always got that 100k to trouser in the back of his mind.
But does that not add just a whole level of extra pressure if he is thinking about it?
It does. It can't not add a little bit of pressure. I'm sure he's coming out to win the match first and foremost, but that's always going to be the elephant in the room, trying to get those extra 2 centuries.
Well, Ben Wollaston and Sija, we also resume their match tonight. Ben trailing by a couple of frames. What do you think we might see on that table? What kind of a match are you expecting?
It's hard to say because both of them are, you know, desperate to get into that quarter-final. Sija, we've been there before. Ben Wollaston hasn't, so you think maybe the more pressure is slightly on Ben. He's beaten Mark Selby, so there's quite a bit of expectation on him.
Yeah, exactly. And he's beaten his best mate, and he's almost got through the toughest part of this tournament, beating somebody he knows so well. So he will have his eyes on the next round, no doubt.
Of course, but it's always hard to you know, follow up a result like Selby with another great performance.
It is, and you can see Sean Murphy there. He's looked pretty calm. He's worked very much with Peter Ebdon. Have you seen some of that in his play?
I mean, if you can transform the form he showed at the Masters here, he's got a great chance.
OK, well, we are looking forward to tonight. Your Sunday evening is sorted. So it's time to hand you over to MC Rob Walker.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just getting in, having run the London Marathon, congratulations. You've earned the right to put your feet up and join us for a wonderful night of live entertainment here at the Crucible. There are 4 places left up for grabs in the quarter-finals, and these 2 matches are beautifully poised at 5-3 apiece. Welcome to the climax of Day 9 here at the one and only Halo World Snooker Championship. Please welcome a player enjoying his first experience of second-round action after the best win of his career over Mark Selby on Thursday. A remarkable achievement after he waited 12 years to return here. Can the Welsh Open finalist take a step closer to a maiden quarter-final? He is the flame-haired assassin. His sons are here. Here comes Daddy Cool, Ben Wollaston. And his opponent, a player who loves this venue and format. It's his 3rd successive second-round appearance. He's back after an excellent win over Dave Gilbert on Tuesday. And it's 2 years since his epic run to the semis at the tender age of 20. Here comes the Pearl of Chinese snooker, Sija Hui. And now to a player who produced brilliant scoring against debutant Dan Wells last week to secure a 15th appearance in the second round. It's 2 decades after his epic run to the final and the title, and he's back to his best after that phenomenal second Masters crown in January. Could he edge closer to a 10th Crucible quarter-final? Here comes Sean the Magician Murphy. tune. And finally, to the most prolific winner of his generation, with 30 ranking titles to his name so far. He too scored very heavily in the first round with 5 big breaks, and he's too shy of a century of centuries. Could the reigning UK champion close in on an 11th Crucible quarter-final? Here comes the world number 1, the ace in the pack, Judd Trump.
Another great night to look forward to here at the Crucible. Over on table 1, Ben Williston and Si Xiaowei resume battle, with Si leading by 5 frames to 3. You can follow that one on the iPlayer or the BBC website. Here on BBT2, we're going to focus on the UK Championship winner up against the Masters winner. So your commentary tonight comes from John.